Because this coach right here, he was on the hottest hot seats before this Super Bowl. The man was on the hot seat. It was ultimate pressure for Nick Sirianni. Coming off that Super Bowl loss, we can go back to when they first lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. 2023. Feels like the Philadelphia Eagles let them off the hook in that Super Bowl. What was it? Super Bowl 57, I believe. I think it was Super Bowl 57. Patrick Mahomes, of course, the ankle, he went out, come back in. Historic game for him. Not a perfect game by him, but they were able to pull out the game. Philadelphia Eagles feel like they left a lot of play on their football field. Bad taste in their mouth. They come in the following season, and I'm one of them who thought, okay, this is our year coming in. After that Super Bowl loss, next following season, we're going to get right back, and we're going to win the Super Bowl. We're going to come in hungry. A lot of determination. That's not what happened. They came in, I believe, started the season out 10-1, crumbled at the end. I think they finished 11-6. That's how terrible it was. 11-6. Went to a wild card game, lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 32-9, lopsided score. Nick Sirianni been on a hot seat since they lost the first go around to these Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of people was calling for him. This man has been through a tornado. Even last season, the year they won it, leading up to the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. You've seen the season, ups and downs. Nick Sirianni was highly criticized coming into last season. The gutsy, the gamble calls that he made on 4th and inches, 4th and 1. He gambles a lot, and I don't mind Sirianni gambling. I love that in Nick Sirianni. Taking a chance, putting his team in position to win the ball game down the stretch. But a lot of those 4th and inches, 4th and 1s didn't get completed. Put him on a hot seat, losing ball games. What else happens? They're not getting their best wide receiver involved. He's lacking touches. He's griping and complaining. The year had a whole lot of things going in that season last year. I mean, a whole slew of things were going on. You had a bickering wide receiver in A.J. Brown who wasn't getting his touches. And they won some games without him getting his touches, but he was still griping and complaining. So when you lose, it's magnified. So some questionable calls down the stretch. You got a bickering wide receiver that you're not designing or getting the ball to when you need to let him touch the ball at least 10 times a game. Whether he's catching it or not, the ball need to be going his direction. Number 3, Jeffrey Lurie called this man up in the front office. He's griping and complaining too much to the referees, too animated on the sideline, basically crashing out. Nick Sirianni crashing out on the sideline with his passion, arguing calls, bumping refs. And I'm going to say this. That's one thing I love about Nick Sirianni. The man is highly engaged in every football game. He backs his players up 110 to 20 to 30%. No doubt about it. He's engaged. He's not a coach that just sits on the sideline and just allow things to happen. He's into the game. Time management, what's going on the football field. So I love that in Nick Sirianni as a coach. Always have. He's a tough, grit head coach that got his team back in any situation. But Jeffrey Lurie and me as well, the season goes along, it seems like he's doing a little too much. Well, Jeffrey Lurie called him up in the front office and basically said, cut it out. I don't want to see it no more. To some believe he was on the hot seat. So he was on this thin line. If any of this reoccur, this man probably wouldn't make it. Not only during the season, but after the season, pretty much. You're not going to the Super Bowl. You're not winning the Super Bowl. This man was going to lose his job. He's going to get fired. Too much stuff over his head. You could see that coming. I seen it coming. And if the results wasn't there, I had no problem with it at that time. Didn't have no problem with it. As much as I like Sirianni, if the results wasn't there, I was willing for them to go in a different direction, get another head coach. No doubt. So basically, he just said, hey, man, cut it out. We don't want no more of this situation happening throughout the season. Since we're talking about Philadelphia, I'm going to use a Rocky phrase. What Mick told him. You don't straighten up, you're going to be pumping gas in Jersey. That's basically what he told him. So Nick Sirianni coming out of all of that, didn't even mention him getting into it with the Philadelphia faithful, the fans, calling for his job, frustrated with him throughout games. What Nick Sirianni do? He goes to the back of the benches, arguing with the fans. Just to show you how this guy is grit and he's tough. Crazy, but tough. Wear his emotions on his sleeve. People think, what's wrong with him? At that time, I thought he was crazy. You're allowing the fans chanting, they want you fired. What are you doing? You're crazy. We want you out. You're going to respond to it as a head coach? Craziest thing anybody ever saw. But that's Nick Sirianni. He and Jalen Hurts not seeing eye to eye most of the season. You get my drift? You see this big cloud? He has a lot of things going on during this season, during this Super Bowl run. Luckily, getting close to the end, they get closer. Winning can cure all of that. He went through all the smoke. All the smoke. So Nick Sirianni getting this extension to be the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles for a longer term, you gotta clap your hands. Gotta clap your hands for him. Outstanding feat by him. Stand strong through all the smoke, and he got rewarded for it. Because I stated during last season, I said, if Nick Sirianni doesn't get to the Super Bowl, his job is in jeopardy. And then I said, matter of fact, he might have to win the Super Bowl to save his job. And we're sitting here today, and Nick Sirianni has a multi-year extension for the Philadelphia Eagles as head coach moving forward. Saquon Barkley, of course, had a lot to do with that. Getting him on board. You could say Saquon Barkley saved his job. Because I don't believe the Philadelphia Eagles would have won the Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley. Let's be real. No question he was key. So now, moving forward, these Philadelphia Eagles are in a good spot. They got a hell of a leader in Nick Sirianni, who has their back. No question about that. He breathes what Philadelphia is all about. Going through the fire. Standing up straight in the end. Couldn't be no better coach. Now, of course, NFL, what it stands for. Not for long. Absolutely. He can come in next season, not make the playoffs, get bumped out in a wild card, first round, whatever you want to call it. And it's possible he's right back on the hot seat. These general managers, these owners, they don't care about signing you an extension or you won coach of the year, whatever the case may be. What have you done for me lately? You come in the following year and act up and things don't go the right way. you can be gone. It happens that quick in NFL football. So congrats to him getting his multi-year extension. He has to keep it upheld. That just means the fight's just beginning. That's all that means. He's got to keep it right there at a standard. And the reason Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman decided to give this guy an extension, because they have bigger plans in mind. You see, the Philadelphia Eagles just coming off the Super Bowl, beating the Kansas City Chiefs. Nicely, handily, I might add. The fire was still in their bellies when they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in 2023. Fire was still in their bellies. They got it done. It was a show. It was a show, folks. It was a show.